Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into some of the most intriguing buildings around the world that hide incredible secrets. We're talking about structures that look ordinary on the outside but conceal mysteries, massive hidden complexes, or treasures that could change the world. Get ready to have your perception of ordinary buildings completely shattered. Let's go! Alright, first up, we're heading to San Jose, California to explore the Winchester Mystery House. This isn't just any old mansion, this is a sprawling labyrinth of over 160 rooms built by Sarah Winchester, the heiress to the Winchester rifle fortune. Legend has it, a psychic told her she needed to continuously build a house for the spirits of those killed by Winchester rifles, or she'd be haunted forever. So, for 38 years, construction never stopped. We're talking 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Imagine the noise, the chaos. There was no master plan, no architect in the traditional sense. Sarah would supposedly hold seances at night and then give workers new, often strange instructions the next morning. This place is the definition of architectural chaos. Now let's talk about the crazy stuff inside. There are staircases that lead directly into the ceiling, doors that open onto solid walls, or even worse, a sheer drop to the garden below. Windows built into floors, tiny twisting hallways that make no sense. There are something like 47 fireplaces, but many of them are non-functional. It's like she was intentionally trying to confuse not just people, but the spirits she believed were haunting her. Can you imagine trying to find your way around this place? Millions of dollars spent back then, which would be an astronomical sum today. We're talking about a house with roughly 10,000 windows and 2,000 doors. And many of these features were incredibly expensive and ornate, like Tiffany stained glass windows. One of the most famous features is the switchback staircase, which has 7 flights and 44 steps, but only rises about 9 feet. Each step is only 2 inches high. It's said Sarah built it this way because of her severe arthritis. And get this, there are secret passages. Sarah supposedly used them to move around the house unseen. People who visit today often report feeling disoriented, and some even claim to have experienced paranormal activity. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, there's no denying the eerie atmosphere of the Winchester Mystery House. The sheer randomness of its design, the endless corridors, the dead ends, it's designed to unsettle you. What a crazy start to our journey. Next up, we're heading to White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia, to the Greenbrier Resort. This place is fancy, like super fancy, but beneath all that glitz and glamour lies one of America's biggest, most incredible secrets, a massive underground doomsday bunker built during the Cold War. This is a 112,000 square foot facility, buried 720 feet deep, designed to house the entire United States Congress in the event of a nuclear attack. The code name for this project was Project Greek Island, and for over 30 years, it remained a top government secret. The bunker was built between 1958 and 1961, hidden behind a new wing of the hotel called the West Virginia Wing, but behind massive 25-ton blast doors that could withstand a nearby nuclear explosion was a self-sustaining underground city. Inside, they had everything needed for survival and for the government to continue functioning. Dormitories, a power plant, a water purification system, a medical clinic, a laboratory, a pharmacy, and even a cafeteria and meeting rooms. They even had a television studio and radio broadcast booth so Congress could address the nation from their secure location. For 3 decades, a small group of government employees, disguised as hotel audiovisual technicians, maintained the bunker in a constant state of readiness. The bunker was stocked with enough food and supplies to support over 1,000 people for up to 60 days. The bunker was only declassified in 1992, after an article in the Washington Post exposed its existence. Once the secret was out, the government decommissioned it. Today, you can actually tour parts of the bunker. Walking through those blast doors and into the stark utilitarian corridors is a chilling experience. The Greenbrier Bunker is more than just a historical curiosity. It's a symbol of an era defined by fear and paranoia, but also by incredible ingenuity and determination. It makes you wonder what other secrets are still out there, hidden beneath seemingly ordinary places. Chapter 3, the $9 million vault that could save humanity. Inside the Doomsday Seed Bank, we're going to one of the most remote places on Earth, the Svalbard Archipelago in Norway, deep inside the Arctic Circle. Here, carved into the side of a frozen mountain, is the Svalbard Global Seed Vault. This is basically humanity's ultimate backup plan for food, a Noah's Ark for seeds. Imagine a global catastrophe, a massive asteroid strike, devastating climate change, nuclear war, or widespread plant diseases. That's where the Svalbard Seed Vault comes in. Its mission is to safeguard duplicates of seed samples from almost every country in the world. We're talking about millions of seeds, representing the agricultural biodiversity of our entire planet. Why Svalbard? Well, it's perfect for a few reasons. It's incredibly remote and politically stable. But the biggest advantage is the permafrost. The ground is permanently frozen. So even if the vault's cooling systems failed, the seeds would remain naturally frozen, or at least very cold, for decades, possibly centuries. The vault itself is an engineering marvel. You enter through a long, concrete tunnel that slopes down into the mountainside. At the end of this tunnel are 3 massive underground chambers, each capable of storing 1.5 million distinct seed samples. Right now, there are over 1 million samples in there, from more than 6,000 species. That's over 500 million individual seeds. The vault operates like a safety deposit box. Countries and institutions deposit their seeds, but they still own them. The vault just provides secure, long-term storage. The first withdrawal from the vault happened in 2015, when researchers needed to replace seeds from a gene bank in Aleppo, Syria. The Svalbard Vault allowed them to restore that vital collection. The cost to build it was around $9 million, largely funded by Norway, but its value to humanity is truly priceless. It's one of the most important buildings you've probably never thought much about, but it's out there, doing its vital work. Chapter 4. Unlocking the Vatican's Most Forbidden Secrets. 85 kilometers of history. We're talking about the Vatican Apostolic Archives, formerly known as the Vatican Secret Archives. The name change happened recently, but the mystique, that's still there, big time. The archives contain an estimated 85 kilometers. That's over 50 miles of shelving. 50 miles of historical documents, papal correspondence, state papers, account books, and records stretching back over 12 centuries. What kind of stuff is in there? Well, almost anything you can imagine related to the history of the Catholic Church and its interactions with the world. There are letters from Michelangelo about the Sistine Chapel, requests for annulment from King Henry VIII of England, transcripts from the trial of Galileo Galilei, and correspondence with figures like Erasmus, Voltaire, and even Abraham Lincoln. For centuries, access to these archives was incredibly restricted, limited to very few high-ranking church officials and select scholars. The process of accessing the archives even today is rigorous. Scholars need specific credentials and can only request a few documents at a time. You can't just wander through those 50 miles of shelves like a library. Think about the pivotal moments in world history that are documented in these archives. The Crusades, the Reformation, the rise and fall of empires, scientific discoveries, artistic revolutions. The Church was often at the center of, or at least a major witness to, these events. The letters, decrees, and reports held within offer first-hand accounts and perspectives that are invaluable for understanding our past. Imagine being a historian granted access. You request a document, perhaps a letter written by a pope 800 years ago, and it's brought to you. The secrets it holds are the secrets of our own history. Chapter 5. Portland's Dark Secret, Kidnapped and Forced to Work Underground. Shanghai Tunnels Horror. Beneath Portland's quirky streets lies a dark history, the Shanghai Tunnels. In the late 19th century, men were kidnapped, drugged, and forced into these tunnels. They were held captive and sold to ship captains for long voyages. Today, the tunnels are a chilling reminder of Portland's dark past. Guided tours reveal eerie tales and ghostly presences. The Shanghai Tunnels are a haunting piece of Portland's history. Chapter 6. We explored the world's craziest hidden buildings. What's your favorite? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more amazing content. Let us know in the comments which hidden building surprised you the most. Was it the mind-bending Winchester Mystery House, the secret Greenbrier Bunker, the world-saving Svalbard Seed Vault, the historically massive Vatican Archives, or the terrifying Shanghai Tunnels? The world is full of mysteries, and we've only just scratched the surface. Drop a comment below. I read all of them. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next crazy adventure. Thanks again for hanging out with us today, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.